Hi there. Okay, for today's lesson, we are going to be reviewing characters. Now, I know we've gone over characters several different times. You've gone over it with me, you've gone over it with Miss Nungaster in the beginning of the year. But it's always good to go over these different things we learned to help ourselves really get familiar and understand these topics that we're learning and reading. So, first things first, I would like for you to take a moment and think back to everything you know about characters. Just take a moment and think about it. All right, if you need more time, just pause the video, but let's get to it. Characters. Who, what, why? Those are questions we need to ask ourselves when we think of characters, right? So who? Characters are the people, animals, or things a story is about. Look for clues in the words and pictures to get to know them. So in a minute, I'm going to get a little character from yesterday's story and show you them, and we're going to talk about the who, what, and why. What? Describe what characters look like and what they think, feel, say, and do, right? Why? Tell why they do what they do. Okay, let's go ahead and get a character from yesterday's story, Little Red Riding Hood. Now, yesterday's story was a little bit different than the typical Little Red Riding Hood story, right? We had a coyote. We had, instead of saying grandma, we said abuela. We had, instead of muffins, we had tortillas. So it was a little bit different, and that's the story I'm talking about, right? Not the other ones with the biscuits and wolves. And I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about yesterday's. So let's go ahead and think back to it real quick. Take a moment. Think back to yesterday's drama. All right, if you need a little bit more time to retell the story to yourself, go ahead and just pause the video, no problem. But let's talk about who. Let's talk about this character. Who is this character? It's Little Red Riding Hood, right? Now, is this character a person, animal, or thing? It's a person, right? So, what kind of clues can you use to help you get to know this character a little bit better? The way she behaves, the way she dresses, the things she says and does, right? So this is who we're talking about, Little Red Riding Hood. So let's talk about what now. We just said who. Now let's talk about what. Describe what Little Red Riding Hood looks like. Go ahead and say this to yourself. Okay, she has a red cape, right? She has a little basket full of what? In this yesterday's story, was it muffins or tortillas, right? So she has a basket full of tortillas. Okay. How does she feel? She feels a little bit worried for her grandma. She knows that if she brings her some tortillas, it's going to make her feel better, right? So she's kind. She's very thoughtful. Okay. Why? Why does Little Red Riding Hood behave the way she does? Because her character is just thoughtful. Remember in this yesterday's drama, she stops and picks flowers for her abuela because Coyote says that's definitely going to make her abuela feel better. So her character is just nice. She just wants to be thoughtful and make her abuela feel better, right? So that's who, Little Red. What she's wearing, little red cape, and is holding a basket full of tortillas. Why does she behave the way she does? Because her character is just a nice, kind character who's thoughtful. All right? So that was just a little example of characters. We talked about who, what, why, and we actually used a character from yesterday's drama. All right, I hope you like this little review over characters.